Welcome to the Burrow. Are you looking for something? Perhaps an adventure, a scary story, a fantasy escape, maybe a mystery to ponder. Well, you found the place. This here is the Burrows, where imagination runs free, where we can keep anything that moves and anything that's still. Yes, sir. Come on in. Settle down. Stay a while. And if you don't want to leave, well, you can stay forever. Now, what are we going to tell them tonight? Oh, yes. Here's a good one. It's a light horror. A little mystery thrown in, and a touch of time travel. I haven't given it a title yet, so I'll ask you. How about the clock that counted backward? Do you like that? Very well. Then let's begin. Part 1. The Curious Ticking. In the small town of Willowpine, where the stars seemed brighter and the wind always carried the scent of cinnamon trees, there lived a clever 10-year-old boy named Owen. He loved puzzles, clocks, and things that ticked. His room looked more like a watchmaker's workshop than a kid's bedroom. Gears, springs, and tiny screwdrivers scattered everywhere. One chilly October morning, Owen's grandfather, a retired clockmaker, gave him a strange gift. It was a brass pocket watch, old but still working. "This one's different," Grandpa whispered. "It doesn't count forward." Owen looked closer. The hands of the watch were moving backward. "Why does it do that?" he asked. Grandpa's face grew serious. "Because it tells a different kind of time. Not the kind on calendars. The kind buried in memories. Be careful with it." Owen didn't understand. Not yet. That night, as the house went to sleep and rain tapped against the windows, Owen sat in bed, holding the watch. He wound it once. The ticking slowed, and then something strange happened. His walls began to change color. His bed turned into a crib. His bookshelf shrank. Owen looked down at his hands. They were smaller. He was a toddler. With a jolt of fear, he realized the watch had sent him back in time, to a moment from his own life. Part 2. Shadows in the Past. Owen panicked. "I need to go back." He clicked the watch, twisted the crown, and felt a pull, like falling forward and backward at once. Suddenly, he was 7 again. His room looked just like it did on the day his dog, Buttons, disappeared. Owen gasped. This is it. The day he vanished. He ran outside into the yard. The memory was blurry, but something had always felt off about that day. He saw Buttons sniffing around the trees. Then a figure appeared. A tall man, in a gray coat with no face. Owen froze. The man bent down, whispered to Buttons, and the dog followed him. Owen's heart pounded. That's not a memory. That's a warning. He chased after them, but as he reached the tree line, the world around him began to ripple. He was pulled back again. This time he was 5. The day of the attic fire. But there had never been a clear cause. Until now, as smoke filled the memory, Owen looked into the attic and saw the same faceless man. He wasn't just moving through Owen's memories, he was changing them. Part 3. The Clock's Secret. Owen woke up in the present with the ticking watch clenched in his fist. He was back in his room, but now, everything felt fragile. Like his life was stitched together with invisible thread, and something was cutting it loose. He ran to Grandpa's shed. "What is this watch?" Grandpa hesitated. "I made it with your father." Before he vanished, Owen's eyes widened. "You told me he disappeared during a storm." "I did," Grandpa said quietly. "But the truth is, he used the watch. Too many times. He tried to stop things that had already happened, to fix pain. But each time, something followed him back. The man with no face." Grandpa's face turned pale. "He's time's shadow. He finds those who try to cheat it. He hides in broken memories, and makes them worse." Owen gripped the watch tighter. "I saw him take Buttons. I saw him start the attic fire. What if he's been inside my life this whole time rewriting it?" "Then you have to close the loop," Grandpa said. "You must go to the first moment you used the watch, and undo it." Owen nodded, scared but ready. There was no turning back now. Part 4. The loop unwinds. Owen returned to his room. Midnight. Rain again. Everything just as it was that first night. He wound the watch one last time. Tick, tick, tick. He was pulled back. Not to when he was a toddler. Not to when he was 5. But to a moment he didn't remember at all. He was a baby in a crib. And the faceless man stood above him. Not chasing, not lurking, but whispering. Owen couldn't speak or move. But he could feel what was happening. The man wasn't stealing time. He was planting something in it. A seed of fear. A ripple of pain. That's why Owen had always been drawn to clocks. Why he felt like he didn't belong. The man had marked him, but now, Owen was here to stop it. In his mind, Owen screamed, "No more." The pocket watch in the baby's crib began to glow. The ticking turned to thunder. The man turned, and vanished. Forever. Owen woke up in his bed. Normal. No fog. No shadows. Buttons barked outside. Alive. The attic, never burned. His memories were whole again. The backward clock lay beside him, cracked. Its ticking, silenced. Owen placed it in a box and buried it deep beneath the cinnamon tree in the backyard. Some puzzles weren't meant to be solved. Some clocks were never meant to be wound. But every now and then when it rains just right, he hears a tick, and he remembers. The end. Thank you for watching. If you liked this story, please hit the thumbs up button below. And do remember to subscribe to the channel. We have plenty of tales to tell and more mysteries to solve. Now, where did that clock go? Ah, there it is. I hid it under the floorboards. Let's see. Yep, still works. A little drafty in here though. And what's this? Another story. You know what they say, a watched clock never ticks. But if you listen closely, you might hear the answer to a question you haven't asked yet. Coming up next time on Magic Burrow.